Hello, all. Cheryl here, out in nature, at Nature Within. Yes. Yeah, here in Clearwater County. Go, go, baby. Go, go, go. Shoo. Got the poochies here. No, it's okay. And they've been fed and we walk them. I walk them. Yes, they are fine. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm traveling across Canada with this beautiful sun across Canada. Yeah, doing a tour by myself. Yes, where I am sharing the peace, love, and healing. Yeah, to many and love as well. Yeah, along my travels. And I'm in Alberta now. Yes. And I traveled from Ontario. Yeah, started out there at the end of May, having a great time. Yes, and house sitting, and that's what I'm doing is taking care of these poochies and a cat as well. Where are you, Sam? Yeah, Sam's out here as well. And on this day, it is, TGIF. It is Friday. Yes. Thank God it's Friday, TGIF. And today is also Remembrance Day. Yeah. When we remember our troops who stood up for us here in Canada and all over the world as well. All the troops. Yes. And we wear red on Fridays. Yep, because RED, R-E-D, stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. Mm-hmm. Yes, and we remember them on every Friday, not just today on Remembrance Day. Yeah, every Friday. My grandfather was in World War II. Yeah, and he was a sniper who became a cook. Yes, because he was caught. Years later, he was captured and he escaped. Yes, and that is the only two stories that we know about. Is Grandpa was very quiet, like many of them, and he did tell us that he was captured and he escaped, and that's the end of that story. And then he said one other story one time after he had a few drinks. Yeah, because he was very quiet. Yes, and a loving man too, so loving. Yep. And he sure could cook as well. Yeah. Nanny played the guitar and he played all of the, he made all, actually, excuse me, all of the meals. But, anyways, his second story. Hi, baby. Oh, big, nice crow. And so his second story he told us is that he was caught up in a tree and we don't know which country it was. And he was caught up in a tree, and there was people around. So he said that he had to urinate against the tree. Yeah, so there was no noise, and it was quiet, like trickling down the tree. Of all stories, really. And I can feel, Grandpa, you're here now. Yeah. Yes, his first name was Bill, and I won't say what his last name was, but yeah, Grandpa. Yeah, I feel your energy around. Mm, I think he's happy because I'm talking about him. So, anyways, yeah. And then the next part of the story, I guess, is not, yeah, maybe that's why he came in about the urinating against the tree part. So, yeah, I guess he couldn't go for a you know what. Anyways, what happened is after that, he was stating to us that he couldn't have a cigarette because he had the old, silver lighters. Yeah. So he couldn't, yeah, excuse the sun there. Yeah, I can see you. Kinda, yes. Yep. So Grandpa did that, and he actually stayed up in that tree for 2 days. In case I forgot to tell you. And a lot of these defense troops will be quiet and reserved, like I was saying, because of the various training that they went through, things that they had to do, things that they witnessed as well, and the actions that they had to enforce. hmm Many had to go through a lot of therapy, and a lot of them didn't even go through therapy. They kept a lot inside. Okay, now we got a poochie chewing on wood. There you go. Yeah, that's the closest. I am going to get you bones tomorrow too. Yes. when I go to the city. Yeah, I'm going to go get him some bones. Yeah, and some more treats, that is. Yeah. So when I was younger, to bring up about the days of things that happened here and there in my world, and many of you have many stories. That's for sure. That is for sure. And yeah, maybe I will put on my shades here. Yeah, just for a little bit. Or no, I can't see at all. Really, too much at all. It's so nice. It's better this way. The old natural way. Yeah, being with the sun. So when I was younger, I was 16 years old, and I never really dated any boys. And so when I was 16 years old, this one boy, he was actually from the French school. Yeah. Do you remember that, guys? Terrio. I was from Timmins High. Anyways, the French school was on one side, and right beside was us, the English school. Yeah. Anyways, I met, yeah, Peter. Peter. Uh, uh, I won't say your last name, Peter, because, anyways, Peter was originally from Nova Scotia, and we were in Ontario. And he told me that he wanted to go to the Navy because that's what his dad did. And he says, I just have to follow my dream and do what my dad did. And then, anyways, he asked me to move from Ontario and go with him to Nova Scotia. And we were both 16. And I went, I can't do this. And then he said, well, you're living on your own anyway. And I did. I had to move out when I was younger for due to family reasons. And so I did talk to my mom, and I mentioned this to her. And then she said to me, and maybe I should have never even went to see her. I don't know. But anyways, for some reason, yeah, a couple reasons, I was just scared, right, to leave and so on. And I never did follow him to to Nova Scotia. Yeah. And he would send me love letters all the time. He was just so kind and loving. Yeah. And then I never heard from him for years after. Yeah. And then I heard actually from his brother, because I found out after I was single for after so many years. I tried to locate him, and his brother said, don't bother, Cheryl. And I said, why? And he said he's just not in a good state. So being in the Army, Navy, and so on, yes, can really affect a lot of people in various ways. So he didn't get into details what it was, but I still think about you, Pete, and I send you love and blessings. That's for sure. Yeah, to you and your family, and all of you, and your crew too, if you still are doing that. Yes, another thing that I said to myself when grade 12, actually, when grade 11 came along, and we graduate when we're about 18 years of age, some of us. And I said to myself, if I don't get a job, I'm going to, yeah, it's still taping, just making sure. If I don't get a job, a full time job, and I always had a part time job while I was in school. Yeah, that's for sure. A lot of us did when we were younger. A lot of us worked since we've been like 12 years old. Anyways, I said to myself, if I don't get a full time job, I'm going to go to the Army. I thought I was going to be, I was going to join the Army. And then just before we graduated, my best girlfriend, Marie Grebenjack, who is no longer with us, she passed at 19, a year after, really. Um, anyways, her father got us both a job in the gold mine. Yeah, in Timmins, Ontario. Yeah, so that was an honorable job working in the analytical laboratory or the assay lab. Some people call it either or. So I did come very close, and yes, working and being with the our Canadian Army. So there's various areas with our forces. There's the military, Army, and then there's the Navy, like I was saying earlier, and then there's the Air Force, and also there's the Marine Defense Corporation and the National Security as well. Is that is out there? Mm-hmm. And I have been a Legion member for many, many years. Soon after that, yep. And I do donate, and I was a volunteer, yes, off and on for the last year and a half before I left. And then, well, some of us had to leave the Legion and the forces, and being in the forces of one of those forces, because they they were forcing the people, restricting them, and told them that they had to wear masks and they had to be vaccinated and so on. So yes, let us pray for those, yes, who could not assist our country. Mm-hmm. Yeah, protecting our country and so on, along with James Top. Yeah, James Top, Topp. I will share his name later here. And he was from Vancouver, who walked and hiked to Ottawa. Yeah, where Ottawa had a freedom convoy and gathering. Yes, this past winter. Yep. And there was a difference of choices, and that's all that they were doing is standing in freedom, freedom of choices, and more or less saying that we are all Canadian. Hmm. So I'd like to let us pray for all for all of the people and all of us to regain our peace, love, and freedom here in Canada and worldwide. What do you got over there, Poochie? Yeah, yes. So, yeah, oh, they're both happy. They're happy. They're chewing away on stuff outdoors. It was like minus 24 for the last 2 days and minus 31 at night. And now it's only like about minus, not even 10, minus 6, I think it is. So it's nice. I'm going to sit outside for a while. Enjoy this. Yes. So I'm going to begin with the soldier's prayer. It's called the soldier's prayer. Sending out the healing energies. And yes, it's an actual prayer that it was made in Canada, and through the Bible and so on. Yes. O God of our fathers, bless our efforts to provide armament of peace and protect us if we must answer the call of arms to defend our faith, our liberty, and now our freedom. Teach us not to mourn those who have died in service and the corporations and so on, but rather to gain the strength from the fact that such heroes have lived. Yeah, have lived as well. And my grandfather, he did not pass in the army. No, he did not. He passed naturally when he was older. Yeah, he was quite old. Yes, elderly before he passed. Yeah. And then I wanted to just to bring up that Canada, we stand strong and free. Yes, yes. And I just love Canada and exploring more of it. I can't wait. Next place is British Columbia. Yes, gorgeous. And in the background, I can see the mountains. I'm not that far away from BC from now. Yeah. And just wanted to say and give thanks to you, Creator God, Lord, upper powers, whatever you all believe in and all. Giving thanks for the land, the trees, oh, the skyways, the waterways, the snow. I've been getting a good workout. Yeah, shoveling in the snow in this province. Yep, I love it. I miss having a white Christmas, and I'm so grateful that I'm going to have a white Christmas this year. So grateful. Yeah, Windsor, Ontario is beautiful, but it doesn't snow too much out that way. Yeah, not lately anyway, in these past years. And I would also like to give thanks to the animals. Yeah, to all the beautiful animals. I took pictures today of the tracks. It looks like there's antler out there, and there is coyotes or wolves. So I heard that there's even moose out this way. And I went, what? Yeah, because in northern Ontario, where I'm originally from, Timmins area and so on, yeah, we have moose out that way. So, yeah, so just giving thanks to all the beautiful things in Canada. And this house sitting place, look at the wood. This log home was made by this man. Yeah. And he came in from another country. Yeah. So a lot of people have come from all over to live in Canada. And some of us, a lot of Ontarians, I'm finding out, have moved to Alberta and Calgary. Yeah. So, anyways, enjoy traveling. You know, we are free now, and I can even go to the Legion. Yes, I can go to the Legion this year. Yep. Yeah, because all those mandates and whatever and whatnot are lifted. So, I would like to end, yes, with a poem that I made when I was 16 years of age. Yeah. Yeah, they asked us to do one when we were in school. That's so weird when I think about it, really. That's when Pete left, 16. Yeah. So it was the same year. No wonder I really felt the need to do this poem. So took me a little while to put it together, but here it is. I did it at 16. It is called A Time to Remember. A time to remember the month of November. The leaves have all fallen and time is growing still. A blanket of snow now covers the hills. We remember them all at this time of year, quietly missing them while shedding a tear. They lived, they loved, they fought, and they died. Now they're at rest with God at their side. Mm-hmm. Amen. Aho. Namaste. Shalom. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Tisei Beath. And so it is. And let us not forget that a lot of Native American Indian people, yes, were in our forces and whatnot, and all over the world. Yes, they were. Yes, along with many, many nationalities. Yeah. So I want to say thank you for being here today. And please make time for the memorial, yeah, service if you can at 11 o'clock, 11 11th month, November the 11th at 11 a.m. is when they do the services. And if you can't get to any of the services at a Legion or whatever, please just take that time, and be outdoors or wherever you can. And yeah, stand, excuse me, in the silence or sitting in the silence and remember all who have served, not just here in Canada, but everywhere else. Yeah. Blessings all. Keep nature within. And wherever you are in Canada, wherever that may be, and across the world. Yes. Peace and blessings all, and freedom.